way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. Will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Prescott looks to throw on first. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Prescott.
Down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This is taken at about the 14. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now a give to Mostert running right. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mucked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing again on second down. Prescott out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, 34 yards. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So why go for that there? First half, you could have tied the game at 7. Why try to get the lead?
Feels like an analytics call, doesn't it? That's starting to really get into the game where they're studying where you can make extra points and the whole deal and, get an advantage. But I don't know that we have enough data yet to really say this is the right play or the wrong play. Maybe in 2 or 3 more NFL seasons. Exactly. 2 or 3 more NFL seasons, they can have a much better study and much better case of what we're going to do.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Wilson. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Going right back to Wilson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Ready up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Tua to try again on second down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this is going to remain a one-point game. Now, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. Toss left to Elliott. Powers through him. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Play action now. Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Channing Tindall, the one who got through to drop him. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott off play action. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jalen Phillips. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know, for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And some room to work. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Ready.
They'll run the draw with Mostert. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. Tua. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Sanders' kick is good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
2 yards left on second down from the 9.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's got it.
And Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score.
Sean McKeon
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he will dive into the end zone, and a two-point conversion is successful. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed two-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot, and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here we go. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now on 2nd and 16.
Tua getting this out to the flat. Mostert.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
A first down throw for Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 33. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Prescott on first down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. From the 22, Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Prescott to throw on 4th.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanket in the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Off the play fake, Prescott.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there. The first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Left side to Lamb. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Back now in Arlington. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken a 4th quarter lead. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game.
Partner, I think this one won't arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Play action. Now it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, 57 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A short kick taken at the 18. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Jaelan Phillips able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jaelan Phillips in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Kill.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now Tagovailoa. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former Cowboy, Byron Jones. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock.